Hey folks, Philly Boy J back in the building. Back in the building with another recipe. Guys, listen. I never did slow cooker crock pot recipes in the past. And I know a lot of you guys have been requesting that I do them. So you can look forward to many more slow cooker crock pot recipes. You know, I'm old school. I'm a conventional, traditional dude. So I just do stuff the old-fashioned way. But I'm trying to catch up with the times. You know what I mean? I'm trying to catch up with the times. Got me a Galaxy Note 9, you know, or is it 9 Note? I don't know, you know. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you guys today how to make turkey wings and gravy. Smothered turkey wings in a crock pot, okay? And the full recipe can be found on PhillyJCooking.com. I think I need to change the name of my website. I don't really like Philly J. Like, what does that mean? Philly J. Might change it to Philly Boy J. Okay, so let's get to the ingredients, all right? Here I have some chopped onions and green peppers. Here I have some cream of chicken. This is from Campbell's. If you guys can see that. Okay, so I have some Campbell's cream of chicken. Here I have some turkey broth. You can use water, but I like to use turkey broth because it gives the gravy more of that turkey flavor. I have some all-purpose flour here, some seasonings, and butter. You can use butter or margarine. See how I scooped it in there? Nice and like neat. Because y'all be, you know, hating on my butter. Be going through some trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Alright, so make sure you have all of these ingredients. And obviously, you're going to need some turkey wings. Because that's what we're making. We're making turkey wings. Here they are sitting in this big bowl here. I soaked them in some salt water. And then I scrubbed and cleaned them. So, there's our turkey wings. So let's move on to the first step. Let's move on to the first step to this slow cooked smothered turkey wings recipe. Alright? Let's move on to the first step. Alright guys, so here is my crock pot. Before you do anything, you want to preheat the crock pot. So we're going to be cooking this on high. And you're going to cover it with a lid. Like that. And then we're going to move on to the first step. Okay? So make sure your crock pot is preheating before you do anything. Because you want to make sure it's nice and hot once we add the turkey wings to it. Okay? So what you're going to do first is you're going to season your turkey wings with the seasoning. For the full list of seasonings, make sure you visit my website. As I said earlier, PhillyJCooking.com. After you add those seasonings, you're going to massage it in really well. Like that there. Massage it in really well. Massage it in. Massage it in. Really well. Really well. You gotta massage the seasonings in the turkey wings. Because if you don't, I said if you don't, it won't have no flavor. And I ain't gonna eat no turkey wings that ain't flavorful. I said flavorful. Flavorful. And Philly Boy J, he only makes food that's flavorful. I said okay, so that's the way you want it to look. Let me stop joking. That's the way you want it to look. Oh, you want your turkey wings to look nice and seasoned like that. What I'm going to do now is move over to the stove. So get you a skillet we're going to move over to the stove and focus on the next step. I think this is the next step, right? Yeah, I think we gotta, you know, do the little braising of the turkey wings, and yeah. So that's the next step. So move over to the stove with a skillet and get your butter. By the way, you can use butter, margarine, or olive oil. It's up to you. My grandma used to braise her turkey wings with olive oil before she put them in the slow cooker. So it's completely up to you. Whatever you like to use best. Alright guys, so now that we're over here at the stove, what you're going to do is add your fat to the skillet. Place it over, I'd say medium high heat, like a 7. I'm going to add the butter here. Let that melt. Matter of fact, ain't nobody got time to be waiting for that. Look, throw them turkey wings right on up in there. And what you're going to do is braise them on each side for about, I'll say like 3 minutes, maybe 4. Okay. Anybody, look, hurry up, hurry up. Anybody got time for this? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yeah, we need you to melt real quick. I'm impatient, guys. You know, I'm impatient. So, you're going to let that braise on each side for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay? Okay guys, so after 3 to 4 minutes, you're going to flip them over and braise the other side. And I always do this with my meats when I'm cooking them in a slow cooker. And you do this because you don't want the skin and meat to be soggy. Because when it's cooking in a slow cooker for all that time, the skin can kind of sog up. And so this just kind of helps to harden the skin so it's not too soggy once it's done. And the remnants from the meat after braising it provides a lot of flavor. So if you're left with any remnants from the meat, you can take your broth and deglaze it, and then add that to the crock pot as well. Okay? So all of this here, that gives the dish more flavor. And that's the reason why a lot of chefs, they sear and braise meat. So I'm going to let it go for another 3 to 4 minutes on the other side. I'm going to remove them, place them in a crock pot, and then I'm going to saute the onions and peppers. Okay? Alright guys, so as you can see, the wings are nicely braised. You don't want to burn them, you just want to braise them a bit. Okay? And if you do burn them just a bit, don't worry about that. It's going to come off when it's cooking in the crock pot. So you want it to look like that. And I'm going to add the turkey wings to the crock pot. And then I'm going to saute the onions and peppers. So let's do that now. Alright guys, so you're going to add your turkey wings to the bottom of the crock pot. Okay. And then move back over to the stove to saute the onions and peppers. Okay, so you're going to add your onions and peppers now. And saute them for like 2 minutes. A minute to 2 minutes. You don't want to burn them, just saute them. Like that. That's pretty much it. And now I'm going to add this to the crock pot along with the turkey wings. Onions and pepper smell so good. Okay, we're going to move on to the last step before we allow these bad boys to cook and simmer in this crock pot. Okay, so what you're going to do now is get your broth, your cream of chicken soup, and your flour. Alright guys, so something I want to say, if you're left with like any remnants of seasoning in the bottom of whatever dish you season your turkey wings in, make sure you scoop that out. You can even like pour the broth in there and then shake it out, then add it back to, you know, your measuring cup or whatever. Alright, so now you're going to add the condensed cream of chicken soup to the broth, alright? And you're going to follow that up by adding the flour. Okay, and I'm going to stir this in really well. And this is what's going to create the gravy for our turkey wings, okay? This is what you call a slurry. So stir this in really well. You don't have to worry about stirring out all the lumps from the flour, because it'll dissolve while it's cooking in the slow cooker. Okay, so you want it to look like that. Alright, so you're going to scoop this, pour it into the crock pot. Over your wings. Look at that there. That's the way you want it to look. Alright. So I'm going to cover this with the lid. And I'm going to let it go. And I'll get back with you guys once it's all done. And here you go. Here are your smothered turkey wings straight out the crock pot. Look at that. Guys, you're going to love this recipe. Give it a try. Leave a comment under the recipe on my website. Tell me how you like it. But y'all going to love it. Guys, I'm getting ready to throw down. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the recipe. It'll be on my website, PhillyJCooking.com. I'll be back with another video soon. Later.